Hi guys, today I want to show you how to do a crow pose. So this is the first arm balance I learned in my yoga practice. And it's also often the first one I teach other students as well. I want to begin by saying that there's a misconception that you have to be super strong in your upper body to be able to do a crow pose, while you need some amount of strength in your shoulders, like you want to be able to do a plank for a few breaths. There is no requirement to do a full chaturanga for a few breaths or do 20 of them in one go. So this is not the case. So if you can't do chaturanga, don't worry, you definitely can practice a crow pose. It's more about technique and shifting this, finding this balance point where you become light and your feet lift off the floor or the mat. And also, number two, what's more important in my opinion and experience is flexibility in your wrist. Okay, so your wrist in an extension, and also flexibility in a posterior chain of your body, especially your hips and your back. Because in a crow pose, you are in a flexed position, so your spine, your chest is towards your thighs. You're really compressing your upper body towards the lower body, okay? So you need the flexibility in your back body. To gain that flexibility, you can practice poses like child's pose. Hips towards the heels, walk your hands forward. Okay, number two, forward fold is great as well. So come onto your feet, hip distance apart, bend your knees if you need to. Maybe you're just dangling here. Again, thinking of chest to thighs. Lengthening the back body, your hamstrings, your lower back, your glutes. Okay, so spend some time here. And number three is we're gonna take Malasana. And while ankle flexibility is not as important in crow pose, you can do that on your toes as well. And again, maybe pressing the knees out. Taking a few breaths here before you're practicing your crow pose. And for the wrist, I like to do, come into your tabletop, hands under your shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, and making circles around your wrist. One direction, and then change. So this is only examples of the stretches and mobility drills. You're welcome to do them for much longer. Pausing the video. And the next one is going to be flipping the fingers towards your knees. And let's inhale forward, exhale back. Few more. Okay, let's do two more. Elbow straight. And release. You can take a few circles into your wrist. And the next one, I'm gonna show you few entries you could try. So the first one is going to be from Malasana. You can stay on your toes, placing your hands forward, index fingers forward, pressing your hands down, and I'm going to start by lifting my hips off the floor as I'm placing my knees on my triceps or around my triceps. Okay, and then shifting more forward, gazing forward. Okay, so maybe you're stuck here and you can't lift your feet off the floor. That's totally fine. And release it back. So you can just practice rocking forward and back. getting used to finding this correct alignment specifically for your body. Okay, so let's try again. Place your hands down, gaze forward, lifting your hips, keeping that connection chest to thighs, and then shift forward. Okay, from here, my feet not gonna lift off just like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. I need to shift my shoulders more forward. So let's try again. Shoulders here, and I need more forward that my feet lift off the floor. Okay, so I'm shifting more forward, and my feet become so light, gripping the mat, heels towards the bum. 3, 2, and 1. And release it down. Number 2 is we're gonna enter from forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and again, place your hands down. Gazing forward, and start bending your knees and place them around your triceps. From here, my elbows stacked over your wrist already. I just need to bend the elbows back as I'm shifting my shoulders forward. Okay, so what's happening here? Bending elbows, shoulders forward, lifting off, squeeze everything, gripping your mat as you do it. So these are the 2 entry points you could try, either from Malasana or from forward fold. And also I would like to say you're welcome to use the pillow or something soft in front of you, just in case of falls. I definitely use that at the beginning, because the fear of falling is real. I hope these tips were helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Have fun practicing arm balances. I'll see you in the next video.